What's going on? It's Astronaut H, and this is the What More Do You Want Network. Now, in this video, I will be discussing LeBron James, yes, the NBA's all-time leading scorer, breaking the 40,000 point mark at the recording of this video, surpassing just himself because LeBron is the only player in the NBA's history, in the illustrious history of the NBA, to pass or surpass 40,000 points. An absolute incredible feat. There is nothing you can take away from this guy when we're discussing about scoring and all-time scorers, and a player who himself has said he didn't, see himself as a scorer first. And, that just speaks to a lot of what LeBron James has been able to accomplish in the NBA in, his career. It's just, you look at a player out of high school, and as much scrutiny was looked at him at first, and so many things were being said initially, and now we're in this present day, the year 2024, and he's still one of the league's better players. Could arguably say he is the Lakers' best player. He, in my opinion, is one of the top 5 greatest players that I've ever seen in my life. It's just the things that he's been able to accomplish in the NBA just speaks volume to longevity, speaks volumes to keeping your mind, body sharp when it comes to the game of basketball. Because, even though he's been dealing with a few knick-knack injuries lately in his career, LeBron just amassing, being the youngest to 10,000, being the youngest to 15, the 20,000, 25,000, being the youngest to 30,000, ultimately, passing up Kobe, ultimately passing up Kareem, ultimately Karl Malone, Michael Jordan. The list goes on and on of the names that LeBron James has passed to ultimately be the only one standing on the NBA's mountaintop when it comes to all-time scoring. I mean, to have 40,000 points, I don't think people understand, how many points that is, and how you have to just go out there in a night in, night out basis and just perform. Whether your team is good, whether your team is okay, because granted, in the early days, LeBron wasn't on the best Cleveland Cavalier teams, in the early stages of his career. Then the Cavaliers got better. They appeared in a finals, and then the story goes on and on and on. He moves on to Miami, leaves Miami, goes back to Cleveland to LA, where he is currently at. And like I said, for him to surpass just the who's of the NBA's history, we're talking about guys that, Karl Malone, not Karl Malone. Before I get to Karl Malone, I want to speak on Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and people that thought that record never was going to be broken. And for LeBron to break that record, while passing up some great talents in the NBA, and all of those guys that were in front of him are currently in the Hall of Fame. You have Kobe Bryant, you have Michael Jordan, you have Shaquille O'Neal, you have Dirk Nowitzki, we have Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. So when you look at all of the names that he surpassed in his career with the feat to get to 40,000, and now we're here, the question is, what's next? The question is, what's next? Of course, we're all going to marvel at him having 40,000 points currently. But who's to say Next year, we're having a conversation where he's at 41,000. Now, granted, during the game, I was questioning how the NBA was going to roll this out once he broke the record. Well, not even broke the record. Once he actually had 40,000 points, because he's already the NBA's all-time leading scorer, so there is no record to break. So he's just adding on to the record that he has. I was thinking like, okay, what's going to be the rollout when he actually scores 40,000? Because LeBron, he did come out, with 5 points early, and ultimately he did get the record. Well, I keep saying the record. He did surpass 40,000 points in the second quarter of the game versus the Denver Nuggets. But the NBA elected to not stop the game. They did give him a video montage during the timeout, but his family was there. His wife, I believe his mom was there, and a lot of his friends were in the building. But to see it live, it's one thing to hear about Kareem Abdul-Jabbar breaking the record, the all-time scoring record, but to see LeBron in real time break the record, now add on to the record, even seeing Kobe Bryant move on into the list where he was at, and Shaq and all of those guys in real time, that's one thing. But to see LeBron do it and do it like this, it feels monumental. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. It feels monumental. It feels like, yes, we can say who's going to be the next, but I feel like we just need to marvel in the moment, appreciate greatness for what it is, and kudos to LeBron and continued success. And I believe that, records are meant to be broken, and him playing as long as he has, it was no question that his sights was set on, Kareem. Like he said, that he's always been at the apex. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in that scoring title has always been at the apex. So for LeBron James to now currently have that record and currently add on to that record, kudos to him on 40,000 and counting. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. NBA fans, basketball fans, LeBron James fans, or if this is just your first time tuning into the channel, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you can know anytime a video is being uploaded to this channel. It's Astronaut H. This is the What More Do You Want Network, and I catch you guys on the next video.